Et salut tout le monde, ici Tiger. On se retrouve cette fois-ci sur le Xenoblade. Donc on va pas, je vais pas vous faire l'enquête plus longtemps. On s'était arrêté ici la dernière fois. Une petite cinématique.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Eux là, ses copains. Celui-là, c'est ses copains. Non, tu crois, sérieux? Ils n'ont pas l'air de bonne humeur. Ready. On se la joue comment là? Je sais même pas les touches. Ouais. Enfin, ce qui serait bien, c'est que tu l'attaques. Voilà. Après, je me suis toujours pas habitué au combat. En même temps, j'ai pas joué depuis la semaine dernière.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife.
C'est pas grave.
Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Alors, on va, je vais m'excuser 2 petites minutes. Je vais mettre en pause la vidéo. Je vois que j'ai de sacrés lags sur la vidéo. Donc je mets en pause 2 petites minutes et je reprends juste après. Voilà, en espérant que les lags ont disparu. Oui, je vais prendre tous les objets. Je ne sais pas d'ailleurs pourquoi j'ai ces lags. Bon, pour information, mon logiciel est maintenant en temps réel. Je l'ai activé en mode temps réel, comme ce sera plus simple. Mais bon. Vous savez, c'est le niveau de priorité en fait que le logiciel, que Windows attribue. Si je me trompe, vous me tirez, hein, mais techniquement, je dois pas me tromper. Bon alors. C'est cool, je l'ai quelque part. Et voilà des copains. D'ailleurs, en parlant de copains, équipement de terrain, j'ai récupéré quelque chose. Moi, voilà, pote. Pantalon de suffit. Et je ne peux pas l'équiper. J'ai pas le niveau. Il demande quoi comme niveau? Niveau 8. C'est pas faux. Tu récupères du level 8 alors que t'es en... Enfin bref. Donc allons-y. Ils auraient pu au moins faire un geste de la main pour activer le truc. Franchement. Après le temps que j'attendais celui-là, ils auraient pu faire un effort quand même. On va pouvoir observer ça un peu de hauteur. C'est pas si mal, hein, la vue est pas si mal. Graphiquement, elle est très beau. Bon, manque un peu de détails sur les personnages. Bon, on a pu échanger quasiment entièrement. Ouais, s'il faut que j'aille. Là, là, voilà. Cinématique encore. Eh ben, je sens que ça va être le mode cinématique pendant tout le long de l'épisode. Hein, trophée débloqué. Prologue en cours, 5 sur 5. Alors oui, s'il y a un like pendant une vidéo, je peux pas mettre en pause, les amis. Hein. Vous l'aurez compris. Cette vidéo, je l'avais pas en pause. Enfin, je crois pas. Ah, je veux passer la cinématique. Donc si en fait, si je peux la mettre en pause. Mais bon, plus intéressant, c'est de regarder la vidéo. Donc je ne mettrai pas en pause.
Well, here we are.
Je sais pas, j'aimerais bien le voir.
For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now.
Ah bah ouais, tout ce que je vois, c'est une femme de dos. Hein. Elle s'appelle New Los Angeles. Nous sommes à LA, les gens. NLA. 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 New Los Angeles.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may.
Oh, un petit
New
bestion.
LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves.
Ah oui, carrément, ils ont carrément pris la ville, quoi.
We were adrift, heading into the unknown.
Blade.
Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Et voilà, c'est ce qui termine le prologue de Xenoblade. Après 1 heure de jeu. Les données de la sauvegarde précédente seront écrasées. Continuez. Bah oui, carrément. Attends, je sais même pas pourquoi tu poses la question. Le jeu... Je le commence en let's play avec vous, les amis, donc je sais même pas pourquoi il me pose la question en fait. Ah oui, c'est vrai que je me souviens de rien, mais en même temps, je connais rien, donc... Ah, j'ai déjà une maison, c'est sympa, moi j'ai pas besoin de l'acheter ou autre. Là, il y a eu le geste de là. En même temps, dans la cinématique, vous me direz, mais bon.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share.
La tête.
Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed...
Je vous laisse lire, hein, je vais pas vous lire à votre place, les amis.
This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts
Director
Directeur
General.
général.
Since when?
Ah bah depuis quand, je sais pas. Hein.
2 days ago, ma'am.
Ah, 2 jours.
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by
Il
next
sera
month.
empereur le mois prochain.
Irina?
Irina
Gwen?
et Cohen.
Nice
Irina.
work out there, ma'am.
Demander qui sont... Ouais. Montrer de l'intérêt, on va dire. Hein.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
Irina
This one of the
Gwen
survivors,
Lemick.
Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Intercepteur.
Me too. Same division. You can call me
Ah,
Mr.
l'autre, tu veux qu'on l'appelle chef.
Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew.
Skelett.
I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned
C'est
it.
pas faux ce qu'elle dit.
And the award for best ass
c'est le
kiss
respect,
goes
quoi.
to...
Ils sont ensemble ou ça se passe comment?
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Non, sérieusement.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Ah oui, pour l'instant. Donc ça se trouve après je vais pouvoir avoir une maison à moi. Ou plus je fais des... Chapter 1. New Los Angeles. Ah, j'ai repris donc le contrôle du perso. Trophée débloqué. Bienvenue à Los Angeles. Ouais, je fais que ça, débloquer des trophées. Franchement. Waouh. Et voilà, encore une cinématique. Ça devient une habitude. Je crois qu'il va avoir qu'il a un petit souci. Et que c'est nous qui allons devoir aller le chercher. Ah non, ça va. Surfait-il. Ses copines?
Damn it!
Le barbare. Génial, génial.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay?
Ah, c'est pas mal,
It's
c'est
not
pas
like
mal.
you to flub a flight check, Lynn.
D'ailleurs, c'est le tuyau
Good
de
thing you had a rugged
de
pilot like Doug at the
d'échappement, c'est pas
controls.
mal.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's?
Un de... Vous savez qui?
I'm Lynn Lee Coop, mechanic and top
Lynn Lee
all-around
Coop.
fix-it gal for Blade.
Dubitatif.
She's 13, and I know, she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the
Elle est
time,
beau
that
de talent,
is.
enfin, la plupart du temps.
Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah, why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn!
C'est un soldat, bouclier niveau 5. D'accord. Je comprends pas le... Il ne peut pas être retiré. Si je veux ajouter l'équipe. Non, c'était pas ça. Ouais. Et confirmer le changement. Ah oui, un copain, une manette de Xbox. Voilà. Ah voilà, confirmer les changements. Oh là! C'est quoi ce qu'elle porte? Oh, l'alarme. L'alarme qu'elle porte. Bon, on va voir. J'ai une espèce de quête sur la carte. Pilote du transporteur. Si on parlait d'un transporteur, autant parler. Encore une cinématique? Hein, pour pas changer? Bon, par contre, pas mal de temps de chargement. Malgré l'installation directement sur la Wii U. Pas du jeu, hein. Je suis hors CD, mais Microsoft a bien fait ça. Ils ont sorti des petites DLC. C'était assez sympa, téléchargé, 20 Go.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
C'est sûr, c'est mieux que de marcher, voler, c'est...
I never get tired of this view. It's like a different
Quand t'as
city
envie de te
every time.
déplacer, hein, tu prends la voiture. Hein.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much
C'est
to
quoi le
be
truc à
done.
l'avant? C'est
One day at a time.
pour faire de la soudure ou...
Speaking of which, we don't
Il y a un
really
truc
have
à
time
l'arrière
for
pour
a
se
full
connecter?
pleasure
Je sais
cruise
pas,
here.
ça a l'air d'être bizarre le...
Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it.
Non, pourtant il n'y a rien à l'arrière.
New LA is
Ah,
divided into 4
cadeau.
districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill
Des scans.
development,
C'est quoi les
you
scans?
know, industries and stuff.
Pas des trucs industriels, d'accord?
It's also where the West Gate is located. Remember? Expect to pass
Ok, on
through
passe
there
souvent par la
fairly
porte
often.
ouest. Ok.
The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. day or night. The best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, and want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn.
J'espère que vous avez tout retenu parce que je vais pas du
We'll
tout
save the
suivi.
rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Bon, à part qu'il y a 4 quartiers administratifs, résidentiels, commerciaux et industriels, voilà, c'est tout ce que j'ai retenu. Bon, il y a peut-être que ça à retenir. Oh, il y a des hélicoptères. Ça va, c'est bon, ça. Alors, que veut dire Blade?
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district.
D'avoir choisi
Thank
les
you for flying
Netherlands.
Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you
Comme
over
un
to the
magasin,
barracks. Then I
Ça
should
marche.
file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Ça va être encore
Well
des
then,
cinématiques.
you
Je
better
crois
not
que ça va être
keep them
l'épisode des
waiting.
cinématiques.
The
On va
barracks
essayer de tout
are
faire en une
pretty
seule
close,
vidéo, les
actually.
cinématiques, parce
They're
que
set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
oh mince, moi qui voulais aller choisir de nouvelles armes. Alors chapitre 1, 1 sur 5, 3 sur 5. Bon, on a dit, on fait le tour.
All right. Feel like a new man.
Franchement, j'ai envie de m'arrêter. Hé, toi! Se demander.
Well,
Bon, j'y retournerai plus tard, on va pas faire un... Tous les membres du Plate ont accès à ce terminal pour acheter des armes et des protections. Oui, mais le but, elle a dit, on s'arrêtera plus tard, donc...
hey,
On a vu l'important la survie de toute l'humanité sur nos épaules, super. Rollblade. Nickel. Cinématique. Tala tala tala. Je l'ai dit, ça va être la truc des cinématiques.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Demandez des détails sur l'enregistrement. Montrez de l'intérêt.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so
Tu m'étonnes.
upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, As for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
Je me suis endormi sur Terre, je suis revenu là, je pense que j'ai assez dormi quand même. Oh bah c'est sympa, ouais. Il se regarde dans le blanc des yeux.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is
Kentaro
Kentaro
Nagi.
Nagi. You may remember me as captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Ça fait que 2 mois qu'on est là et l'autre s'est déjà fait
Well then, where should we
directeur général. Demandez comment l'humanité se retrouvait sur Mira. Se renseigner, mettre clair, demander, se renseigner.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between 2 hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash.
Génial.
And blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived.
Donc elle a fait du bon taf.
So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering
Ah
in
oui, quand même.
space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity.
Si on s'est
destroyed.
écrasé, j'avais compris que ça avait pas.
For better and for worse, we
C'était
were
pas des
close to planet
salutations.
Mira when we
Coucou,
lost
c'est
control
nous.
of the White
On
Whale.
vient en paix.
Inertia and gravity took it from there.
C'est quand même écrasé quoi.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact.
Par contre,
We
on
had
s'est
no
posé,
choice.
ça fait un damage
We
classe
channeled all
autour.
the power we had left to soft land the habitat.
J'ai pas trop compris.
Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Mais trop clair. Demandez plus d'informations sur le Blade.
Blade is an acronym.
Bataillon pour l'approvisionnement de la défense et d'exploration.
Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors.
Oui, bah c'est sûr, on a besoin de tout. Hein.
The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own. So Blade was
Ouais, donc le Blade gère tout, quoi.
The idea was to have one central organization
Voilà.
with different disciplines to fill these various roles.
Il l'explique.
Its core was pulled from the coalition military, so it's
Non, parce que coalition, destruction.
But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers, and of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira.
C'est désagrégé.
What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
C'est une bonne première mission. Demandez. Les détails sur l'enregistrement. Oui, c'est pas faux quand même. Faut peut-être qu'on demande au bout d'un moment.
Ah yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name,
Oh, là, on est dans la
age,
merde.
and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest.
Ça va,
We'll be
ouais.
wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our
Je
guest
suis
out for
moi-même
some air?
fatigué de m'entendre.
Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Oh, sympa. Mission principale, faire une visite guidée du quartier administratif avec Lynn et Elma pour en apprendre plus sur le quotidien d'un agent du Blade. Récompense 20, je sais pas quoi, armure. Et 5000, je sais pas ce que c'est. Peut-être des crédits, je sais pas, on va appeler ça des crédits jusqu'à temps que je sache. Quitter la caserne. Ok. Bon, le déplacement du personnage est pas mal. Et dans le quartier administratif, oui, bah, ils me disent de quitter la Blade. Donc, bon. On va suivre les instructions.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Se demander ce qu'est un scan. Oui, ça va.
What? You don't remember what a Skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, just... I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats.
Ça se transforme en véhicule.
It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons.
Faut passer un permis.
And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Ils veulent vraiment que j'intègre.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Bon, c'était la dernière cinématique. Allez voir le tableau. Ah non, c'est vrai qu'il faut que je visite. Et ben voilà, c'est reparti.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
N'importe qui peut prendre n'importe quelle mission.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the
En même temps, je crois qu'on n'a pas le choix de faire partie du Blade.
solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey.
Yeah?
Se renseigner. Ah non, c'est enregistré. Rejoindre une division, tu pourras accepter une mission sur ce tableau. Je sais que tu n'as pas encore décidé quel rôle tu veux. Mais c'est bien compréhensible, je suis certaine que tu feras un excellent agent du Blade. Fais-moi confiance, je vais passer des échanges, je reconnais le talent quand je le vois. Oui, c'est pas faux.
Yeah?
Ah oui, il faut aller sur chaque console pour terminer le truc.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be
Moi qui
pressuring
tu
our
faisais pression.
guest.
Ah ouais, non, non, mais
Apology accepted.
excuse acceptée.
Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the
Aïe,
commercial
aïe, aïe.
district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Bon. Allez dans l'allée des arbres. On va aller donc dans l'allée des arbres. Il faut que je passe chaque fois par quelque chose. Je suppose qu'il faut aller par là. Non, un peu plus loin. Ah, voilà. Et toujours chapitre 1.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can
On va dans le
requisition
chapitre 1 en
equipment
entier,
from
vu
any of
que
the vendors here.
normalement c'est le dernier truc.
I won't lie.
Ce
Most
qui est
Blade
annoncé, vu
members
que j'étais
face
déjà à
danger on a
405 tout à
daily
l'heure.
basis.
Et on s'arrêtera là, et les autres épisodes dureront sûrement un peu moins longtemps que plus de 40
True
minutes.
enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for
Mais bon, vu
skull
que c'est
equipment
Noël,
as well.
je
You
me
can
permets.
even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Ouais, la visite.
Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Bon allez, il faut voir le Blade. C'est vrai qu'après il faut que je fasse le recrutement, mais on fera ça la prochaine fois, à moins que c'est encore un nouveau tour du chapitre 1. Ce qu'il faut bien savoir, c'est ce que veut dire le 60% et qui est en haut. Hein.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour.
Voilà. Alors, tu
So,
penses quoi?
what do you
Hein,
think?
pas mal.
Pretty
Hein.
amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Mission principale terminée. Donc vous effectuez la visite. Et après un genre quotidien. C'est pas mal. Les amis, on va se quitter là. Je vais complètement quitter. Vu qu'on sauvegarde ici. Donc j'espère que cette vidéo vous aura plu. On se retrouve donc la semaine prochaine. Pour une nouvelle vidéo, beaucoup moins longue je l'espère, du moins on va éviter 45 minutes. Donc je vous dis ciao ciao et à plus tard, en espérant qu'il y ait rien entre temps. Voilà, sauvegarde réussie, c'est parfait. Allez ciao ciao.